What's up, everybody? It's Stephen Williams, founder and president of the creditrepairshop.com. Hope everyone is safe and making it through this time in our country. I'm gonna put a timestamp on here for you that don't want to hear anything about what's going on in my life or stuff like that. I will put this timestamp on when I will get to talking about the payment deferment program and what you have to do for it. So I will get to that. I'll put a timestamp so you can skip through all of this other stuff about what's going on. I have been at home. Most of you do know about my wife's situation, and also I have grandkids, and my family is quarantined at their home. My daughter and son-in-law and my other kids are at their homes, and we've been at ours in very limited contact. Only contact I've even had is when I had to go to the grocery store, but we're going to even get out of that. But let me tell you something that I did learn, that while everybody was over at the grocery store, I went to Target and there was hardly anybody in there. I didn't even have to come in contact with someone to check out what I had purchased from there. So keep in mind, everyone could be shopping at one spot and you could be over at another location for certain things. And Target does have groceries and stuff now. That's just to keep it in your mind. And they had toilet paper. Even though we have some, we want to make sure that we keep up, stay, up a little bit. And the grocery store had none. Went over to Target. They had plenty. I mean, not to say that they wasn't low, but they had plenty. Update my wife, she's doing great. We actually went and took two short walks yesterday, trying to keep her stamina built up. She walks around our house, back and forth for like 20 minutes, through the kitchen and around the living room. We have a house that allows you to be able to do that. But she's doing good, and we make sure she has her oxygen. We had the machines. We also, when we had realized, she knew this, but I didn't really know it, is that one of the machines she has here also, that she uses every night is a, where they're talking about the ventilator, the breath, the breathing ventilator, ventilation system. We actually have one of those for her that she uses, and so it actually keeps you breathing. So there's a lot of benefits that we're fortunate that we have for her here in our home. A lot of stuff. So employees scattered all over for my publication. They're all working from home. We've been doing what we can on stuff. It's going to be a major disruption. My publication is usually 70, 80 pages. We dipped down like the stock market today into the 50s, and probably going to be an adjustment next week on that. So a lot, like a whole bunch of revenue just off the table for that business. Did not lay off any employees. We're going to just work out what we're going to do to pay them, to just be able to move forward and make sure everybody is working and able to take care of things. Tech support. Before I get into the debt stuff, deferment, let me just tell you something. We get a TV listing for my publication, and they took it upon themselves to notify us that they were going to make these changes because they're in New York. So they, we understand their own lockdown there, or whatever you want to call it. And so they could not get to do my file on PC. They claim that only 4 newspapers in the whole country uses PC for their files, and that the PC is in their office, and no one else, everybody else has Macs. And so they couldn't make my file. And I said, okay, that's, you know, I had to, you gotta, sometimes you just gotta move on. And, but the thing that I didn't like, I ain't gonna go into what solutions we had to do. There was no solution for this week. We had to come up with something for the publication. But something that caught me off guard was that each of the people that I talked to at the company, I don't know if they just had a nervous, you know how when you talk to someone and they're, you know, and it's about something bad and they're like laughing. I've been a customer of this service for 30 years. I'm talking 30 years, 31 years, where I've paid them money every month for 31 years, on time, never late, nothing, never missed anything, 9/11, downturns, everything. Even when my company was struggling in the 90s, never missed a payment, always made sure I paid them. And they didn't come through for us as a company this week. And then when I told them I would like an adjustment on my billing, because you're not, you know, I'm not even getting the service that I'm paying for this week. They said, we'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do. You know, that's, if that's how they're going to treat people. And you might be saying, well, go to another company. There is no other company. This company bought out every company that provides this service. It's the TV list, the TV listings that you see on your direct TV listings that you see in your newspapers. All of this is controlled by one company. And so, you know, we just had to move on. We made some contingencies. All right, now let's get into the payment deferment program. I'm gotta kind of get my stuff here together. Okay. Okay, now let me back up, and I'm gonna put it started at 7 minutes and 20 seconds is where that started. I'm just putting that note so when I go back. So this is the reason why I came up with this program, is because back in 2008, when the companies got their bailout, when the companies got their money, excuse me, I don't know why this is still happening. I need to get an update on my computer. When the companies got their money, they went back on their word. There was massive foreclosures, massive repossession. Credit card accounts were being shut off. Access to credit was being shut down. And they got their money, and they walked out and didn't hold on to their end of the bargain for the people. You saw where Congress was fighting back and forth, and they were saying that they don't want to allow the companies to just take the money and run. They want to have some reassurances that they're not going to buy the stock and then get the money and then buy back their own stock so they could put money in their own pockets. That's the gimmick that they use. So the company, just imagine this: the company has stock, owners of the company have stock, or board members or people that own shares. And what the company will do is they'll get that money from the government and they'll buy the stock back where the company actually owns the stock, and then that money transfers into their hands. That's like the bait and switch that they use. They did that in 2008. They've done that time after time when there's been bailouts. These people know the game. If you don't even have to take my word for it, look at the stock market today. And I looked at my stocks today. We have over 3 million jobless claims last week, and the stock market is jumped big time. My stocks, I was down almost $40,000 in 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, and I've already gained half of that back. About half of that back. And today, with all the bad news of the jobless, my stocks are up today 2.37%. So you can see these companies, they don't really care about people. I don't care what they say. So that's why I put together this program to do this. So what I call it is a certified hardship statement of record. And what this is is where you put them on record on what they agree to do for you. You need to do the deferments now before they get the money in their hands and before you go into default on your mortgage or your car loan or credit cards, any of that. If you go into default, it's a good chance that they will not allow you to do any deferments. And every company is going to do it different. So the first thing that you need to do is on a sheet of paper is you need to state what your hardship is. Like what is the reason why you have a hardship? Is it medical? Is it because you lost your job? Whatever it is, it needs to be a statement of facts for why you have a hardship. Put that down. Now the next thing that you need to do is you need to get your credit reports and you need to look at all of the accounts that you're paying payments on. And also this can go for your landlord if you're renting a home. This same document can be used for that because in each state has their own rules. They're saying that they may not do any evictions or certain things. So and they may not be able to charge you fees. So the next thing is get all of your accounts listed. Get your landlord listed. Payday loans, credit cards, everything. Get all of those listed. If you need to get the numbers to those credit card companies, what you could do is you could get your credit reports, and at the bottom it has a list of all of the addresses and phone numbers of all of your creditors that you're paying payments to, and then obviously you know what your address is or your phone number and address to your landlord. You got to call up each one of them and ask them what are they doing for the COVID-19. What types of payment deferment programs are they offering? Some of them will offer where you don't pay any payments. Well, most are offering where you don't pay any payments. But this is where you got to see the details is, are they letting you defer payments or are they just letting you not pay? And then at that time period, you're going to have to catch up on all your payments. What you want to do is you want to make sure that you get deferred payments, and you want to push to get deferred interest. That means that during the period of time that you're not making payments, there's no interest that will accrue during that period of time. You want to make sure that you do that, because if you don't, it's just going to make it harder for you at that time. That's why it's important to do this now before these companies get the money, because they're going to have their money and they're not going to care about what they do to you. So you need to get on the phone with them now, and you need to ask them what programs they have available, and you need to tell them your hardship. That's why I had you write down your hardship. Tell them everything that's going on with you. They know that you can't leave and go to work. So if you can't work from home, you lost your job, they need to know that, because that's a true hardship. If they don't understand that, then that company is a piece of you-know-what anyways. So ask them what they offer, and then the next line is you're gonna write to them. So this is what you're actually doing is you're on your sheet of paper, you're putting the first thing is you're gonna write out. So let's just take, for example, one creditor. And hold on a second, my phone, I'm getting a lot of text. Okay, so let's just take this as one creditor. So you'll have on your sheet of paper, this is what you got to do for each one of them. They're going to be separate. The first thing is you're going to have to write out your statement of facts for your hardship. Whatever entails on the hardship. Loss of job, medical reasons, can't work at home, everything. Right there. The next thing is your account information. So if it's a credit card, and then you have their address, and then the account information, which is your account. The next thing is the deferment request. So you need to speak to them to see what they have available, and then if they say, okay, you don't have to pay any payments for 3 to 6 months, then it's your choice on what you would like to do. So if you want to say, I don't want to make any payments for 6 months, they may have you do that on the phone, and all of them are going to make that insertion on the phone with you, but this paper is going to protect you. I know you need to do this because this is what people I wish I would have knew to tell people to do this in 2008, because now you're giving protection that they can't go back on their word. So you put your request down that you want no payments for 3 months, no interest, and that at the 3rd month you will let them know what your situation is, and you will start making payments if you can at that point. Then below there it says credit protection statement, and you need to say, during this period of time, which is that period of time that you won't make payments, your company agrees not to report any negative information to the credit reporting agencies, TransUnion, Experian, Equifax, including late payments, missed payments, and penalties. You want to put them on notice that you talked to them on the phone, and they said that they would not do that. Also, you need to add in the statement above there for the payment deferment request who you talk to. So when you talk to someone, you want to get their agent number, their name, you want to put the date, the time, everything. You need to have this stuff. Take me serious on this. If you don't, it's gonna make it harder for you if they go back on their word. So then what you want to do after you get all of that, you put it on a sheet of paper, you sign it, date it, and you're going to send it, make a copy for yourself to keep on your record, and then you're going to send this to their legal department, or you could just send it to the address that showed on your credit reports. It'll get to them, because you want to make sure that they have this on file. You don't need to send it certified. That's fine. This will be good enough right here. This is going to set you in a whole nother pile or situation than the people that just let things happen to them. This is how you become proactive. Now, I want to make an offer to you. There's a link below here where I walk you through step by step. I give you the document that I use for my clients. The cost of the program, it's only $39.95. I will be making updates inside of that membership. So it's a one-time fee, $39.95, and I will be making updates on that membership page. There's also where I have a map of the United States, and you can hover over it and see what's going on in your area for government rules, restrictions, what's going on with people getting sick, the counts. All of that is in that information is in there. I will also be emailing you, because when you sign up for that, you're going to be placed on an email list, and I'll be emailing you updates from when we talk to different companies and letting you know what they have to offer and what if there's any additional information that I would like to make available to you. So I'm going to end the video here. I want everybody to stay safe, and thank you for your time. This is Stephen Williams, founder and president of the CreditRepairShop.com. Thanks a lot. Bye.